Okay, so you know how we ask you to send in stuff that's got you thinking?
Uh-huh.
Well, this time you really delivered.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you sent in this motivational audio piece, and it's in French.
Okay.
It's called Pourquoi vous resterez médiocre toute votre vie, sauf si vous faites ça maintenant.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
It is. And for those of us who don't speak French, it translates to why you will stay mediocre your whole life unless you do this now.
So pretty direct.
Yeah, no kidding. Right to the point.
Straight to the point, no messing around.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I loved about it.
Yeah, what drew you to this one?
I mean, first of all, the title itself, right?
Yeah.
It just grabs you. It's like, okay, I'm listening. Tell me more.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't sugarcoat anything. It's like a slap in the face, wake up.
Exactly. And it got me thinking this is perfect for a deep dive, you know?
Totally.
So that's what we're doing today. We're diving deep into this audio, and we're going to try to figure out why it thinks we stay mediocre and what we can do about it.
Sounds good to me. I'm ready to dive in.
All right, so the audio jumps right in and starts talking about dreams.
Okay.
You know, the things we all have.
Right.
But it makes this point right off the bat that a lot of us, we treat our dreams like hobbies, not like serious goals.
Yeah, like something you do in your spare time if you have a few minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Not something you build your life around.
Right. And the audio, it's like it knows you're going to make excuses.
Yeah.
So it starts asking you these questions.
Okay, like what?
Like, how much time do you spend scrolling on your phone
Ooh, yeah.
or watching Netflix or just, putting things off until tomorrow?
Procrastination.
Procrastination, yeah, big time. And then it hits you with these examples of super successful people.
People who obviously don't just dream, they do.
Yeah. People like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Usain Bolt.
Okay, so the message is clear. These people didn't become successful by accident.
No, they were intentional. They were driven.
Yeah.
And the audio says that's what we need to be too.
So how do we do that?
Well, it gives some pretty concrete advice. First of all, it says, stop waiting for the perfect time.
Okay.
That perfect time, it just doesn't exist.
That's so true.
Right? There's always going to be something. So instead it says you got to make time for your goals every single day.
Even if it's just a little bit.
Even if it's just 30 minutes, that's better than nothing.
I like that small steps can lead to big things.
Absolutely. And here's another thing it says, set deadlines.
Ooh, deadlines are good.
They are, because a decision without a deadline is just a wish.
Makes sense. You need that pressure sometimes to actually get things done.
Totally. And the audio, it gives you this immediate challenge. It calls it a défi immediate.
I like that. A challenge.
Yeah, it challenges you to write down 3 things you're going to do this week to move towards your goals.
I love that. Write it down, make it real.
Exactly. So what do you think about all this so far? Does any of this resonate with you?
You know what? I think the most important thing is the honesty bit. You have to be honest with yourself about how you're spending your time. If you're serious about your dreams, you have to make time for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's move on to the second big thing the audio talks about, and that's fear.
Fear, like fear of failure.
Exactly. Fear of failure. It says this is one of the biggest things holding us back.
Yeah, fear can be paralyzing.
It can. And the audio, it breaks down why. It says we're so scared of putting something out there that's not perfect.
Right. You don't want to be judged. You don't want to mess up.
Exactly. And so we end up doing nothing. We wait and we wait for this mythical moment when everything will be perfect. And guess what? It never comes.
That never comes.
So we're stuck. But here's the thing. The audio says successful people, they fail all the time.
Oh, yeah. They definitely do. They just don't dwell on it.
Right. And it gives all these examples like Michael Jordan.
The basketball player.
Yeah. He missed thousands of shots and lost hundreds of games.
Yeah.
But did he quit?
Nope. He kept going.
He kept going. And Thomas Edison, you know the guy who invented the light bulb?
Uh-huh.
It took him thousands of tries before he got it right. And J.K. Rowling.
The Harry Potter author.
She got rejected by tons of publishers before someone finally said yes to Harry Potter.
So basically what they're saying is failure is part of the process.
Exactly. It's not the end. It's just a step.
You learn from it, you get better, and you move on.
Right. And the audio, it gives you another challenge here.
Another défi immediate.
Yeah, it says do one thing this week that you're scared of. Something that might not work out perfectly.
Put yourself out there.
Put yourself out there, exactly.
I like that. It's a good challenge because it forces you to face your fear.
Yeah. And who knows, you might even surprise yourself.
Yeah, you might even succeed.
Exactly. So we've talked about dreams, we've talked about fear, and now the audio gets to its third big point, and that is action.
Action.
As opposed to...
As opposed to talk.
Ah, I see.
Because we all know those people, right? The
Yeah.
ones who are always talking about what they're going to do.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to write a book. I'm going to start a business. I'm going to travel the world.
but they never do.
It's all talk.
It's all talk. And the audio is very clear on this point.
Mm.
It's our actions, not our words, that determine our future.
So true.
And it gives some more examples.
Okay, I'm listening.
It talks about the person who says they're going to write a book, but they never actually sit down to write.
The classic wannabe writer.
Exactly. And then there's the person who wants to invest their money, but they never actually learn how to do it.
So much for financial freedom.
Right. So what's the solution?
I'm guessing they say just do it.
Pretty much. Stop talking and start doing.
Action over words.
Exactly. And it gives you some tips on how to actually do that. It says, break down your goals into small daily actions. Mini challenges, it calls them.
Makes it less overwhelming, right?
Right. And it also says, surround yourself with people who are already doing the things you want to do.
Yeah, your environment is so important. If you're surrounded by people who are all talk and no action, it's hard to break out of that.
It's so true. And for this point, the DAFI immediate is to take one concrete action today towards your goals.
Today, no waiting.
No waiting.
I love it. This audio doesn't mess around.
Nope. It's all about action.
It's inspiring in a way. It makes you want to get up and do something.
That's exactly the point.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, let's recap the 3 big takeaways.
All right, let's hear it.
Number 1, take your dreams seriously.
Don't treat them like hobbies.
Number 2, embrace failure.
It's part of the process.
And number 3, action speaks louder than words.
Do something, even if it's small.
Now the audio ends with a final challenge, and I think it's a good one.
What's that?
It asks you to think about which of these 3 things is your biggest obstacle right now.
That's a good question.
It is. And once you figure that out, it challenges you to take one step today to start overcoming it.
So basically, take everything we've talked about and actually apply it to our own lives.
Exactly.
Makes you think, doesn't it? Like, what's holding me back? What can I do differently?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really does. And as you think about that, remember that listening to this is great, but it's just the first step.
The real work starts when you take action.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Until next time. Bye. Bye.